Let's talk about cleanliness at the gym. So we're gonna have a checklist that we're gonna put up here. Basically just talking about all the things that we do to keep the gym clean and all the things that you guys need to do in order to keep yourselves and the gym clean, okay? So first things first, wash all of your gear, okay? So if you wear a gi, the belt counts as your gear. It's a piece of clothing, everybody's putting their hands on it, it's getting sweat on it, it needs to be cleaned. Doesn't matter to me how you guys clean them. Some of you guys get gis that are very small, so you might not be able to run them through the dryer. If that's the case, you need to have multiple gis so you guys aren't coming in with wet gis, but they need to be washed after every single class. Rash guards, shorts, same exact thing. Sometimes rash guards will start to stink. So you need to, I recommend using Tide Sport, but you need to be using something that is specifically designed to take the stink out of your clothes, okay? Besides that portion of your gear, if you keep your gear in a gym bag, okay, I would recommend putting whatever your sweaty stuff is after class in a garbage bag and then putting it in your gym bag. Don't put it directly in your gym bag because you're not typically cleaning the inside of your gym bag. So if you end up with like ringworm or God forbid staph or anything else like that, what happens is it's on all that stuff that you cleaned. You're like, oh, I cleaned my gi, I cleaned all my clothes, and I've treated what I have. It's now in your gym bag. So now every time you throw it back in, you've now got that stuff all over your clean gi and everything like that. And that's how stuff can sometimes end up lingering, okay? So if you have a long drive, longer than 30 minutes, which I know quite a few of you do, you need to be showering at the gym or you need to pick up some sort of defense wipe that you can quickly brush off with before you get in your car. The longer that you sit without showering post-training, the higher chance you have of getting something. Some things that we do here, because I take cleanliness seriously, because I don't want to get any of these things, and I'm on the mats most of the time. We clean the mats after every single class. It's cleaned with medical grade cleaner that is designed to kill all the spores that could come off that cause ringworm, kills staph, all that stuff. So the mats get cleaned here a lot, okay? For those of you that cross-train, I cannot speak to how other gyms keep their gyms clean. In fact, I know a couple gyms in the area that are having really bad staph outbreaks. We want to avoid that. So if you cross-train, you need to be extra diligent about cleaning yourself. If you notice that you have anything that looks like a ring with little pimples around it, there's a really good chance that's ringworm. Make sure that you treat that immediately, okay? You can use Lotrimin Ultra. If that's not working after a week, call up your doctor and they can write you a prescription for something. Do not come back on the mats until it's clean. Don't think just because you cover it that we're good to go. I've seen plenty of people who wear rash guards, gi, and then they somehow end up getting a spot on like their chest. Don't be that training partner, okay? Because then that screws everybody here who wants to train. Fingernails, toenails have to be clipped, especially kids. So I see a lot of the parents, a lot of their kids come in, they've got fingernails that are this long. Not only is it a safety hazard for everybody that they could potentially scratch while going for grips, also because a lot of them are doing gi, if you grab, you can fracture your fingernails. So they need to be kept short, fingernails and toenails. Basic hygiene, guys. If you notice that your gear, as soon as it starts to get wet, starts to smell, and you using the proper things like Tide Sport or whatever and it's not working, you just need to get new gear, okay? This also comes down to just, we want a healthy training environment where everybody doesn't have to worry about going with the stinky guy. Staph typically comes in two forms as far as grappling goes, okay? You're gonna have something that'll start off as like a big pimple and then it'll start to get really red around it, and then usually within 24 hours you know if you have staph because it's usually fairly aggressive, okay? If you end up with like an ingrown hair, please do not pop it. That is the fastest way to get staph in that. Just let it do its thing, okay? Do not pop pimples or ingrown hairs, okay? Impetigo, which is just another form of staph. Typically you guys will get it like on your face, okay? And it's gonna be like oozing pimples. Get that checked out, do not come in. If you have a big beard, we've seen this happen a lot of times where guys will go, they'll have ringworm in their beard and they will have literally no idea. Make sure that you guys are really treating your faces if you have beards because it's very difficult to get good coverage of whatever you're using to clean yourself with on the skin. Two things that I would recommend, or at least things that you should be looking at as far as body wash and cleaning solution. Anything with tea tree oil, okay, a lot of that stuff is antimicrobial, antifungal. That is a good one. Another one is Seltz Blue, or typically most types of anti-dandruff shampoo. If you use that, that does a better job than just using regular soap at keeping yourself ringworm and staph free. Guys, make sure, as far as coming back to the odor thing, make sure that you guys are using mouthwash and brushing your teeth. If you are one of those people that you're coming here straight from work and you didn't have time, you've got coffee breath, grab a Tic Tac or something, or use some gum. Try not to be the guy with the stinky breath when you're on the mats. When you guys are training here, make sure you guys have flip-flops on when you're not on the mats. Nobody should be walking barefoot in the urinal area or the toilet area, because anything that you get on your feet there, you will be tracking back out onto the mats, and that is disgusting when you start to think about it. Cleanliness, guys, keep the gym clean. So we have cleaners here twice a day. The mats get sprayed down with medical grade cleaner. However, a lot of you will come in and you'll leave like your empty water bottles and stuff because you're not thinking about it. Treat this place better than you treat anywhere else. Your membership is not covering you being a pig while you're here, okay? So make sure that you guys are picking up after yourselves. That just comes back to showing that you have the responsibility to not only keep the gym clean, but that comes back to then I can trust that you're keeping yourselves clean as well.